So for the next couple of videos, I'm doing a series called My Story. I wish I had a better name for it, but it's about my financial story. And so that's what it's called, My Story. So you're gonna learn a little bit about my background, me growing up, also getting into high school, my first budget, saving money for college, how I went back to school, my first job out of college, and then learning how to become an entrepreneur, what's helped me most over my journey, saving money, spending money, credit cards. I'm gonna talk about it all. So make sure you subscribe so that you get every single episode, and hit the like button after you watch each one, and you can also share it after you're done as well. Sometimes our life doesn't pan out exactly how we wanted it to, but everything that has gone on in the past happened for a reason. And I think personally, if I could go back, obviously there are some things, knowing what I know now, that I probably would change. But living my life as I've lived it, I can definitely say I have had no regrets. So I wanted to tell my story just so that you can have a little bit of an idea of what has made me who I am today. Growing up, I was not in a upper middle class home at all by any means. I mean, we weren't rich. We weren't even like, we weren't even like keeping up with the Joneses. We weren't even there. I grew up with an older sister and a younger brother in a family of 5, along with my mom and dad. And we had a very traditional life, and I had a very traditional growing up in like the Leave It to Beaver sense. So my mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad was the breadwinner, and he went out and worked. And as I got older, that was what I really valued. I valued having that solid home base, and it was something that I definitely wanted for my life. And I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom because I knew how much I enjoyed, having those Rice Krispie treats when I came home from school, which is what my mom used to make for us. Or I remember one time she had cupcakes ready for us. And so I really enjoyed that and having my mom at home. And so all throughout my life, my goal was, what can I do to become a stay-at-home mom? Which sounds kind of weird. It sounds like not something you would aspire to, but when you grew up in a family like I did that has that really strong bond, you want to create that for your children. But I also had this independent entrepreneurial streak. So, my thought was I could definitely put those together. I can put my entrepreneurship together, and I can put my desire to be a stay-at-home mom together. And if I can create a business that allows me to stay at home, then it's a win-win. And so that's the goal that I set out to do so that I could have that traditional home life. So like I said, I grew up in a pretty solid family home. I remember I used to ask for stuff because obviously as a child, you don't really understand the value of money. You just understand that you need money to get something, like you need to be able to buy it. And so I remember in the store, I would always ask, can I have this candy? Can I have that? Can I have this bright, shiny object? Which is what kids do all the time. And my mom always said, no, put that back. It always made me think, no, I need to put it back. And so since I, as a child, I was restricted from getting those things that I wanted, I knew that when I got older, I would be okay spending money on those things that I wanted. And that kind of got me into a little bit of trouble. And I'll talk about that a little bit later.